Hello, welcome to another live broadcast of Master Investor Company. Happy to be here again with another extraordinary video on how to build your asset column with real assets. And yes, I mean that real assets because a lot of times, in majority of people, as I have learned, they call a liability an asset, and that's the problem that is happening in the world and why people struggle financially because they don't know the difference between an asset and a liability. And in simple terms, as we like to keep things very simple here at Master Investors Community, is that an asset is something such as a business or investment that puts passive income into our pocket whenever we're not working. In other words, it's something outside from ourselves that produces passive income at all times. Okay, and we can actually touch that money, whether it's a digital course that you created, whether it's a book that you have written, or maybe a podcast that you have, something that you can depart from it and that will bring you positive passive income, aka cash flow. The most important words in the business language are cash flow. So welcome to another episode here of Master Investors Company. We're going to be speaking about the 10 new rules of money because that leads me to say that majority of people are not playing with the new rules of money. They are playing with the old rules, which those are obsolete. And this goes back to 1971. That's when President Nixon separated the gold standard from the US dollar. August 15, 1971. You can look it up and understand that money from that point on became debt. That's how money is created today, with debt, due to that change in the law. So you can say that money is not longer real money. Money is monopoly money, is fiat money, is currency, is paper money, and just an idea backed up by confidence. Okay, and when you understand that, then you will be able to appreciate good debt. You're going to want to learn about how you can invest using a loan, other people's money, for passive income. A lot of people always say, get out of debt. No, we say here at Master Investor, get out of bad debt by investing good debt into building passive income, something that you actually control. We will never tell you to invest in a stock to hold it for the long term so you can sell it in the future. Okay, that is not what we talk about when we say obtaining and acquiring passive income. We're talking about you having a company or building your brand or acquiring a system of systems that will put and print money legally because that system is offering and providing a product or service to the marketplace, something that you're passionate about solving. So it has to be under your control. Actually, your company will control that. We're going to show you how to do business with your company, how to incorporate, how to build a brand, because when you are investing for passive income, you want to be doing that as an entity, as a legal entity under a company that you control, because that will allow you to minimize taxes all the way to zero legally. So right off the bat, if you use debt is tax-free. Okay, we cannot be taxed on debt. Okay, so that's why the rich, we love to use debt because we can actually take out all the taxes. We don't have to pay taxes on debt. So if we're using debt, other people's money, OPM, to invest for passive income, and as you know, passive income is the third type of income that a person can work for. The first one is earned income. Majority of people spend their entire life working for earned income. That's when you have a job and you trade your time for money. So that's the worst type of income you can build because it doesn't give you freedom. It doesn't matter how rich or how much money you make if you're a high-paying employee, unless you love what you're doing. But this channel specifically is for those who are wanting more freedom for the life. if you want to know the business principles that work in all economies, if you want to think and act like the wealthy, if you want to understand how you can be more generous and create millions of dollars, how to have different streams of passive income, how to build your asset column with cash flow and assets, then this channel is for you. Master Investor is more than an investment management company. Our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity with high quality financial education made simple, with opportunities to build passive income and build true wealth. Okay, so here at Master Investor, we are focusing on helping you build your asset column with real assets, and we're going to show you what that looks like on a financial statement. We're going to teach you what is the foundation of wealth, what are the new rules of money, and I'm going to go into our ebook that we published this year. You can find it on Amazon, the 10 New Rules of Money by Master Investor, and we're going to go through that ebook briefly, and you can get it from our website at masterinvestor.education. I welcome you to hit the subscribe button. If you're new to our community, welcome. I appreciate you being here, and if you're an existing subscriber, I want to thank you for your time and business. Okay, we are ensuring that we are providing high quality financial education to you every day, coming to you from our headquarters and giving you what we do best, which is talk about money, business, and investing. And when we speak about passive income, you must understand that money is no longer real money, because when you wrap your mind around that and accept that as a reality, then you can actually get rich fast. It's not about getting rich slow or waiting for something to happen. You can actually start making sales on autopilot even while you're asleep right now, within 24 hours. If you're watching one of these videos on our playlist, then you can be setting yourself up and positioning yourself successfully in the marketplace online, building a digital asset or acquiring an existing digital asset that allows you to print money legally, because you're offering and you're bringing people that needs a solution that you are offering for them to purchase. And so you can do that. All you need is an email address to start with. And remember, you don't need money to make money. Here at Master Investor, we give you the financial education and the knowledge so that you take action and raise capital, because the job number one of an entrepreneur is to raise capital. And the number one skill is to learn how to sell without selling. Once you combine those together and you master that combination of a skill set of raising capital, of using a loan or a credit card to invest into a business or a system that allows you to sell without selling, the system is doing the telling and selling for you, then you are on your way to printing money legally for free. You're getting rich with fake money, because today money is fake money, is digital. It's just an idea backed up by confidence. Okay, so as you can see on our screen here, we have different courses, and we have articles that we publish every week. What do you should expect from our education here? You're going to learn many things about money. You're going to learn the history of money. You're going to learn the new rules of money. You're going to learn about leverage, about good debt, about building your asset column, what are the 5 asset classes that exist, how to diversify in all of them to produce passive income. And the rule number 1 of our company is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard for us. Okay, that's very important that you understand why our community is so focused in building the asset column with real assets, because it is the only way to get wealthy fast. Okay, it's the only way to reach financial freedom and really live your life through your purpose. You're going to learn about tax law. You're going to learn about business, corporate law, passive income, the other types of income that exist. Remember, there are 3. Earned income, as we talked about. That's when you trade your time for money. You have a job, you get a paycheck, right? You have a salary, or you're a self-employed person, right? You have a law firm, you're a doctor, you have to show up to see your clients, okay? You own a job, basically. The second type of income is capital gain income. That's when you buy stock for a certain price and then you sell it in the future for a higher price. That gain is called capital gain income, and that is also taxed at a higher bracket. Earned income is taxed at the highest bracket, and then capital gain income is taxed at a very high bracket. Okay, so you can't really build wealth with capital gain income. I mean, you can, but it is not something that we focus on here. Okay, it's something that comes in as you're growing your business and you're building your cash flow. You might have an opportunity to do a capital gain deal, and it makes sense, and you will do it, and then you can move that capital into a bigger asset that produces more cash flow. But we focus on passive income, which is the third type of income that exists, and majority of people don't even know that those incomes exist. They've only been taught to work for money hard. And so we're going to show you how to use your mind, how to do less work and make more money, how to have systems doing the selling and telling for you. That's what's important, that in this video, I'm going to show you the 10 new rules of money. And you can get it on our website, MasterInvestor.education. Go there and get the digital course. It's $13. You can find the ebook on Amazon. Again, the more we add into the course, the ebook right here on Amazon is $19 and some change. You can download it to your Kindle, but I suggest you just go to our website and go to the course tab and find the digital course right here. What are the 10 new rules of money to become wealthy? Because as we grow in our company, we're going to be adding more things into this course, videos and different things that are exclusive for our members and partners. So you're going to have access to that for life. And if you get in right now at the price that is showing on the screen, then you can actually always have access to everything that we're adding to that, even if we increase the price at a later date. Okay, so by the time you're watching this, maybe the price have increased because we have added more valuable core content into our digital course. But let's go into our course and let me show you what we're talking about, how you can build passive income. And also, you know, I want to thank you for the existing subscribers that are here already and have become partners of Master Investor. It's all about bringing the entrepreneur spirit out of you, teaching you about money, business, so that you understand how to build your asset column and become wealthy. Okay, wealth is defined in time, so it's not really in the dollar amount. It's about how much time can you thrive the way you like to live. How long can you go without working? A lot of people say only 3 months because their savings run out. They don't know what else to do but work hard for money. So it's important that you start building your wealth and acquire financial education. The best investment that we can make is on ourselves. So that's why we have digital courses that provide high quality financial education to help you understand about money and business and investing. Every time we talk about investing, we're going to be talking about business because investing is business. Okay, we can't get around investing without doing business. Okay, so that's why the foundation of wealth is the ability to read financial statements. So let's go into the course. Once you purchase the course, you'll have access to a virtual office that will look like this. And then you can download the course into your hard drive, but you can access it right from your phone. So you don't have to download and take space. You're always going to have access to the course anyway. So this is what it looks like. You can get a paperback if you like to have the actual book in your hands. So we're going to go down and I'm going to show you the 4 chapters. It's 40 pages long. It's an introduction for you to start building wealth. So the first chapter we have is what is the foundation of wealth? The second chapter, what are the financial statements of different classes, of the poor, the middle class, and the rich class. Chapter 3 is what are the 10 new rules of money. And in chapter 4, we have other lucrative resources from the author, Master Investor. Okay, so what is the foundation of wealth? Okay, I'm going to show you just a little peek of it. And then if you want the rest, make sure you go to our website and download it. Join our network, become a partner of our community here at Master Investor. We're going to make sure that we deliver high quality financial education made simple, and we're going to fill that need of the lack of financial education in the marketplace. Okay, so our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity. Okay, so before I start, let me just double check that we are live here. Yeah, okay. Let me see, it says warning. Okay, perfect. Let me see here. We're going to go into the ebook right now and show you exactly what I'm talking about, the 10 new rules of money. Okay. Make sure you smash that like button and let me know if you are enjoying the video blogs that we're doing every day. And if you have any questions, drop it below in the comment section. All right. I'm going to make sure that I come back and answer those for you. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we're good. I just wanted to make sure that it looked good on our YouTube channel, okay, that we were live and there was no interruption. Okay, so chapter 1, what is the foundation of wealth? The key to financial success is understanding our personal financial statement. Remember what I told you, the foundation of wealth is the ability to read financial statements. And a lot of people, even if you don't have any money, you have a financial statement. And it's okay. Sometimes the biggest advantage a person can have is to be broke, right? Because it allows you to be creative and it helps you also acquire knowledge, because knowledge is the new money. Okay, and it does not take money to make passive income. It takes financial education and knowledge, because remember what I told you at the beginning of the stream, that the job number 1 of an entrepreneur is to raise capital. So if that's the case, then that means that we don't need money to make money. In fact, a lot of people that have a lot of money can make money with that money. All they know how to do is to save it. And people like myself that knows how to raise capital, we go to the bank and we raise the savers' money and we use it to invest in real estate that produces passive income and that increases the portfolio of the bank, because the bank is in the business of lending money and the government is in the business of printing money, the Federal Reserve Bank. So if they print about $2 billion plus per day, we are over $17 trillion in national debt. That means that the Federal Reserve Bank works with printing money. So if they can do that, we can also do that legally by having assets and using the bank's money, because the banks are looking for people like you and I to raise capital and to put it to work. Okay, so learning the new rules of money would allow you to raise capital, would allow you to sell without selling, using systems, because a business is a system with systems. Okay, it's a system of systems that do the selling, telling for you. Okay, and it's important because a lot of people say, well, they have a business, but they don't have a business, they own a job. If you have to be in the middle of every single transaction and you're part of that entire business operation, then it's not a real business. You need to build a business of systems. Okay, and if you can depart yourself from that business and go to sleep and see that business create positive income, passive income into your pocket, then it's a business, because it's making you money, it's working hard for you, and it's multiplying the money that is coming in, because it's fulfilling a need. A business always built to solve a problem in the marketplace. So what are your passions is a good question to ask yourself. And also, what is your purpose in life? And how do you make your money today? Are you making money at a job? Then it's earned income. Are you buying stocks and selling them? That's capital gain income. Are you flipping houses? That's capital gain income. Are you investing in real estate, but you're holding the real estate for passive income, to rent it to tourists and short-term rentals and Airbnb clients? Then that is passive income. You want to focus on building passive income. Okay, so let's continue here. Let me read a little bit of this first chapter here. This is perhaps the most important question you can ask an answer. For most people, being rich means making a lot of money. They think that if they can just make a little more each month, all the problems will be fixed. They will live like kings and queens. What is the foundation of wealth? Financial literacy begins by understanding our personal financial statement. The reality is that money doesn't make us rich. What does make us rich is our financial IQ. Give the same 100,000 to a person with a low financial IQ and a person with a high financial IQ, and we guarantee to see a vast difference in how that money is spent and grown. Central to the difference between those with low and high financial IQ is a simple but profound literacy, the ability to understand a financial statement. One of the most important things you need in order to be financially successful is to know how to read an income statement and balance sheet. But even more important is understanding the relationship between them. We can see that in the Master Investor Personal Financial Statement, which we can use and download. You can click this link right here, and you're going to have access to a financial statement that we have created for our partners. You can download that into your computer. It's an Excel format, and you can also probably print it out and fill it out. Of course, you're going to learn about yourself. You're going to learn where you are financially today. You're going to be able to make decisions based on what you see on your financial statement, and that is your first step towards becoming very wealthy. At least the wealth that you want to acquire, maybe $10,000 per month on positive passive income is your goal, and that will make you feel ultra wealthy. And that's okay, because remember, wealth is not measured in dollars, it's measured in the time that we have without having to work for earned income. How long can you thrive, not survive, thrive the way you love to live? Okay, what is your lifestyle? We all have different wants and needs, and so if you can live with $10,000 per month and feel like a king or a queen, then you're gonna feel ultra wealthy. So do you see why it's measured in time? So you can, if you have several different assets that's bringing you $50,000 per month, and you can live with $5,000 per month, and you feel like you have everything, then you're gonna be able to live for a very long time. And if you have diversifying all the 5 asset classes with real assets that you control, and those assets are also built to thrive in any type of economy, because here at Master Investor, we don't predict the market. We know the market goes up and down. So we just prepare for any type of market with financial education. So we have assets that produce passive income even when the economy crashes. And also we hedge for any type of inflation, because we understand that inflation is going to continue to go up, because the more money the Federal Reserve Bank prints, the dollar loses its value, and so inflation rises. But that is good news for the entrepreneur and investor who has the new rules of money, who understands the business principles that work in all economies, and who is devoted into investing in their financial education, because we're going to be ahead of the curve. We're going to use that into our advantage. So inflation is not a bad thing. We actually want more inflation, because we can actually get loans for free, okay? And we can invest that into real assets that produces passive income. And then so the loan gets paid on its own, that's good debt, right? If the loan is getting paid with the cash flow of the operation, and is also leaving us with positive passive income, then that's the holy grail. We're getting rich for free. Do you see why we say money is created with debt? Because the gold standard was separated from the US dollar back in 1971. From that point on, money became debt. And why, using debt is tax free. So if we use debt, we already take out taxes, which is the number one highest expense a human has in their entire life. And then if we build passive income, then the law states that if we do that and build passive income, we have a package of incentives in the tax code to allow us to minimize taxes all the way to zero. We run all of our living expenses, personal expenses, through the business expense column, legally and ethically. Okay, we're going to show you how to put a team together, how to minimize taxes and be a tax-free entity. Okay, that's the key, and keep more cash flow for you. Okay, it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you get to keep at the end. So many people who take accounting classes learn how to read an income statement and balance sheet separately. We have always found it fascinating, however, that these classes don't teach why one document is important to the other or how they affect each other. We have felt that the relationship between the two was critical. How can we understand one without the other? How can we tell what an asset or liability really is without the income column or the expense column? Okay? For us, understanding the relationship between the two allowed us to easily see the direction of our cash flow, to easily determine if something was making us money or not. If something was making money, it was an asset, right? In the form of passive income, it's an asset. If it's putting money into our income column in the form of passive income, then it's an asset, okay? So if you have a home, and I said this on the last live stream, if you have a home and you have to wake up every day to go to work to pay for that home mortgage at the end of the month, then that is not an asset, it's a liability. However, if you rent out half of the house, or you move out and you rent the entire house through Airbnb, now that house produces 10 times more than the mortgage. Now you get to pay the mortgage with the tenants' income that they're paying you to stay in the house, and you get to pay the taxes of the house with that income, with the passive income that is producing from the renters, and also maintain the house. All the maintenance of the house is being paid by the clients. So that house that used to be a liability is now an asset. So you, with financial education, can turn a liability into a real asset, okay? Because all liabilities that are found in somebody else's liability column are somebody else's asset, and you can share the ability to turn that into an asset and have, that be an asset to you and also the asset of that other person. So usually if somebody's paying for a house with their hard-earned income, then it's a liability, but it's the asset of the bank. However, the bank is like, okay, if you turn that into an asset yourself and you rent it through Airbnb and you pay the mortgage as we agree on our contract, then it's okay. We both win. It's a win-win situation. They don't care. So you can turn your liabilities into an asset with financial education, okay? It is not about what we make, but how much we keep. For most people, the idea of a high income is a good thing. For the wealthy, it is bad. For most people, the idea of low expenses is a good thing. For the wealthy, again, it is bad. In fact, it is only the financially unintelligent who think that making a lot of money in the form of earned income is a good thing. These are usually high-paid employees like CSU holders. They may seem rich, but they think like the poor. As we say here, money is just an idea. Once we understand the idea that low income and high expenses are good, we will understand one of the most pivotal realities of this idea called money. Not understanding this fundamental concept is why many wealthy people go broke. How money really works. As we have studied the idea of money through our lives, we discovered the 90-10 rule. 90% of people earn 10% of the money in the world. How do they do this? By positioning their income and expenses properly. This, of course, are the same 10% that some political people think can increase taxes on and fund their political plans. If we do not understand money or how it works, it will seem like a strange statement that the ultra rich position themselves to have low income and high expenses. We may be asking the question, how can low income and high expenses make us rich? The answer is found in how the inside investor utilizes the tax and corporate laws to bring those expenses back into the income column of our financial statement. KISS, keep it super simple. One of our greatest skills here at Master Investor is to take complex things and make them super simple. Okay, it was one of our rules for investing. KISS, keep it super simple, right? It doesn't have to be complicated. When you're an investor, when you acquire an asset, if it doesn't make sense, don't do it. That's why financial education is so critical in your life, because you'll be able to make decisions based upon the fact that doesn't make sense. Is it cash flowing? With a cash flow, If I change that, would I have the opportunity to scale that business? Okay, you're going to be able to read the financial statement and tell the real story behind that business or investment. We have a way of thinking complicated financial subjects and making them easy enough for even a 9-year-old boy to understand. We can use this date to complete our personal financial statement. If we can understand the following diagrams, we have a better chance of acquiring a great wealth. Simply put, that the ability to read and improve financial statements is the key to true wealth. Being able to read our financial statement to understand where we are financially is essential to make passive income, build wealth, and reach total freedom. That is why we are going to learn about it next. The path to wealth can be achieved in different ways, but the basics are found in the personal and business financial statements. What are the financial statements of different classes? Chapter 2. These are 3 different classes that we all know. The classes are number 1, poor, number 2, middle class, and 3, rich class. Cash flow patterns. An asset is something that puts passive income into our pocket. A liability, on the other hand, is something that takes money out of our pocket. It is that simple. We pointed out that confusion happens for many because accepted methods of accounting allow for the listing of both assets and liabilities under the asset column. To explain this, we drew a simple diagram below. That's the balance sheet. You see, you have $100,000 house as labeled as an asset, but the liability, you have $80,000 mortgage because you put 20% down on the house per se. Okay, so if you're paying again for the house, then with your hard-earned income, if you're waking up to a job every day to go pay that house taxes at the end of the year and also pay the maintenance of the house and whatnot and the repairs and everything that goes with the house and the mortgage. I want to know that mortgage comes from the word mortir, which means unto death. That's why mortgages are like 30 years long-term commitments. And so you want to understand what each word means so that you have a better understanding before you ever get into a contract, okay, or you acquire a loan. And it's okay to be in debt, but we have to make sure that that debt is put to work into our favor, that we're not paying off that debt with our hard-earned income, that we actually turn the house into an Airbnb, or, you know, we have a short-term rentals for tourists, and now we paying the mortgage off every month with that money of those clients. And everything else that comes with the expenses of the house is being paid off with that money, and also is putting passive income into our pocket each and every single month. Okay, so therefore things get confusing. In this diagram, we have a $100,000 house where someone has put $20,000 cash down and now has an $80,000 mortgage. How do we know if this house is an asset or liability? Is the house an asset just because it is listed under the asset column? The answer is, of course, no. In order to know for sure, we will need to refer to the income statement to see if it was an asset or a liability. The financial statement of a rich person. For example, this is a diagram of what an inside investor is working to do. You see it below right here. We focus on the asset column. That's what I told you. The rule number 1 of our community here at Master Investor is, is to build passive income, to work to build passive income and make money work hard for us. Okay, so we focus on the asset column, real assets that we control with our companies. So whether we have an LLC and that LLC controls a house that we own, or we have a digital asset, we have launched a, you know, if you're somebody that likes to cook, then you can maybe open up a website that sells recipes, right? And so now you have you're charging people a membership to obtain 10 recipes per month. You're teaching people on how to cook, and you have recorded those videos and put them into a digital course. Now people are just buying that over and over again, and so forth. So there are many ways to create passive income, but you got to focus on things that produces passive income without you having to work. You can do the effort and put the time at the beginning and set it all up. That's why the rule number 1 of our company is to work to build passive income, right? And make money work hard for us. So we might put some effort at the beginning to build an asset, but once that asset is set up, we can now do something else. It's not going to keep us hindered in the midst of work. Okay, we're not going to be an employee of that business. Okay, we're going to hire people to work in that business if necessary, but that business is supposed to give us freedom. Otherwise, it's not a business. So let's say the house is bringing passive income, right? That's how we make money, through assets. A lot of people have a job, and that's the way they earn income. It comes from a job, and they don't have any assets. Okay, right? That's how it looks right here. We have assets, right? And if we have stocks, is that they producing dividends. Okay, so just holding a stock for the long term is not good. If it's not paying you any money, it's a liability. And if you have mutual funds, it's a liability because you're paying in, or you have a 401k, that's mutual funds. Anybody can do that. Okay, it doesn't take any financial intelligence to give your money to somebody else to invest that, and you don't even know what is happening with it. So 401k and all those investment vehicles are fake assets because they don't put any passive income into your asset column today. When we start to understand what is happening in this diagram, you will begin to see a world of greater and greater financial abundance. Essentially, what this diagram shows is that the wealthy use any income to purchase assets and expenses that then create more passive income for us in the form of cash flow. The reason for this is that the income these assets create is not earned income, but rather passive income, the lowest tax income. Additionally, these assets can be kept in entities that provide substantial tax benefits. In short, though we may be very wealthy, we do not have high income like a high pay employee will. One of the most important controls we can have is found in the question, what percentage of the money going out of our expense column winds up back in our income column in the same month. By understanding the side of the coin that we are speaking from, we can see a completely different world that most people who work hard, earn a lot of money, and keep their expenses down never see. We could see the world of ever increasing wealth rather than one of diminishing returns. 2. The financial statement of a middle class person. I'm going to show you here real quick, and then I'm going to go down to the next chapter. And again, if you love what you're seeing, make sure you get the ebook. It's only $13 from our website. I'm gonna recommend it to you 100%. Okay, as you can see, it's very powerful, and it will change the way you do business and investing. Okay, and it's gonna set you up for success when it comes to building your wealth. Okay, you can waste a lot of time if you don't have the right financial education, if you don't have the right mentors, if you don't have the right GPS when it comes to building your wealth. You can waste all the time of the world, and you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you are building wealth with a wealthy mindset. Okay, so here's the financial statement of the middle class. You see they either own a job, right? They have a firm, if they're a lawyer, if they're a doctor, they have a practice, or if you have a job, high paying job, and now their income comes in the form of hard earned income, and it goes down. There are no assets in their asset column, and it goes down to the liabilities. They have a car, they have a BMW that they pay for, they have credit cards that they use to pay their mortgage. They have all of these expenses here that are liabilities, right? They acquire different things that are bad loans, bad debt, and now it goes out into the expense column. So you see how the cash flow flows. It flows into their income column, right, from their job. They get paid from their job, and it comes down. It never goes to their asset column, and it goes to the liability column, and from the liability column goes out the expense column. And remember what I said earlier, that every liability that a person has is somebody else's asset. So if they have a car here, well, the dealerships, that's the dealership's asset. If they have a house or a mortgage, that's the bank's asset. Okay. If they rent a house then that is the owner of the house asset. So, and then they have to pay that, and it never, their expenses, it goes out. Okay, it never comes back to them. Okay, one of the secrets of the wealthy is that we manage to bring that expenses back to our income column, because our expenses are our assets. So if we have a house or if we have something, we turn it into an asset. Even if it's a liability, we can turn it into an asset, so the expenses comes back into our income column. Okay, so you see, you have a job, salary, you have mortgage, car loans, credit card, school loans, right? Taxes, mortgage payment, car payment, credit card payment, school, and it goes out. Okay, it never comes back to them. This is the financial diagram of most of the world's population. In other words, the money comes in through the income column and it goes out the expense column. It never comes back. That is why so many people try to keep a budget to live below their means, to save money, be frugal, and cut back on expenses. And here at Master Investor, we don't ever tell you or encourage you to live below your means. We actually tell you live above your means, expand your network, and of course, learn the new rules of money so that you raise capital and invest for passive income. Okay, start acquiring and building assets. Therefore, most people will say my house is an asset, even though the money goes out the expense column and does not return, at least not immediately. It also explains why people say they're losing money each month, but the government gives them a tax rate to lose money, rather than saying I'm making money on my investment and the government gives me a tax rate to make more money. 3. The financial statement of a poor person. The poor person doesn't have any liabilities because they don't have good credit, or they just don't have a house. They just pretty much have a job, they have an income, and it goes down to the expenses. They have a mortgage payment, right? Because they're renting from somebody. They have to have a roof over their head. Car payment, basically the same thing as the middle class, except that they don't have the leverage of having personal credit and acquiring those things to credit. Usually they pay month to month, or they have a contract with the owner of the house. Okay, we're gonna go down here. I'm gonna show you a little bit. I hope that you're enjoying this video. If you find this valuable, make sure you share it. Let me know if you have any questions. This is a very well put together ebook. I'm so proud of our company. What are the 10 new rules of money? Okay, I'm going to show you just a little bit. This ebook is all about increasing our financial IQ with high quality financial education made simple. We have the 10 new rules of money that we must understand and adopt in order to make and become more wealthy. The ultra rich have demonstrated that these rules are essential when building wealth from assets and investing. Applying these rules into anyone's life will elevate the financial well-being of the individual and company. Okay, let's go to the first rule. Rule number 1. I'm going to show you just a few of them, and then of course go get the ebook. It's only $13 before it goes up. Okay, make money work hard. It does not take money to make money. The way we make money is key into how wealthy we will be with it. Most people only know how to build wealth to most wealthy people know how to build wealth through cash flow and assets. Rule number 2. Money today is knowledge, fiat, currency, debt, leverage, and an idea backed up by confidence. 3. Learn how to control cash flow. 4. Prepare for any type of market. 5. The need for speed through velocity of cash flow. 6. Learn the language of money. And I'm going to leave 7 and 8 and 9 for when you get the ebook. Okay, and I'm going to show you here. You're going to go down here, and you're going to have other lucrative resources. As we promise, our mission here at Master Investor is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple with lucrative opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and remember, today money is dead. It does not take money to make money. And the rule number 1 of our community here at Master Investor is that we focus on building passive income and make money work hard for us. All right, with that being said, I'm going to finish this live stream right now. Make sure you subscribe And if you have a question, let me know below. I'm going to come back and answer that for you. I'm going to see you tomorrow on another live stream about money, business, and investing, bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles at work in all economies. Thank you again for your time in business. I'll see you next time.